Hey guys, and welcome to the lounge. I'm Larry, and today I'm doing a vlog on something that I am shocked at. Totally shocked. So before I get into that, I just want to make a little announcement that the lounge is going to be a little bit different now. I don't go into any details about it, but you'll find out in future videos. It's just going to be a little bit different, but you know, we're still going to crank out our videos and do stuff, but you'll see what I mean in future videos. But anyway, so this is the shocker of all. Tom wants to learn how to do something outside. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Tom, and this was all his idea. So you know those fence panels that that I had to take down and replace over here? Well, they're over here on the ground, as you can see, and you see how the bottoms were burnt? That's from the fire that we had. But anyway, I don't know if it's like this new generation, you guys are, you know, but I think you guys are very more aware and conscious of the environment and stuff like that. Tom's like, why throw them away? He said we could do something out of them. So he decided he wanted to make something for his mom for Mother's Day. And I was like, that's a great idea. It really is. So we can actually cut these off right here. You know, we'll cut it here straight down and get panels. And what he wants to do is make them to go around these stumps right here for planter boxes. I thought it was pretty freaking smart of him. Like I said, I was shocked. Tom came up with the idea. He wants to learn how to do it. I'm going to have to show him naturally. But yeah, I have the horses already set up out here. I'm waiting for him to get done and shower. Unfortunately, you know, his time schedule is way later than mine. I'd probably have one of them done already or close to it. But yeah, and then this is the other stump right here that he wants to put both of them over. And you know, my wife was on me a while. I mean, this might have been a couple years ago. She said I would like planter boxes to go over there, and I never thought of it after that. Never even gave it a thought because I was like, let's just put the plants on top of there. But they look like crap now because this one caught on fire when we had that fire, and that one I don't remember if I don't think that one caught on fire. It's just, you know, it's just eroding away slowly. So I'm going to have to, because we don't have enough of those panels to make the base of these two stumps are about 40 inches. We really don't have enough wood for that, because I would need 8 pieces for that, because they're like 51 inches I think, because I cut them in half when they were up so I could move them easily. So I think what we're going to do is just make them 25 and a half inches by 25 and a half inches, and then we can I'll just have to saw the stump away on the bottom so that it can fit over there. It won't be hard because they're mostly rotted anyway now, so it'll be kind of easy. I think. We'll see. As you can see on this one, it's skinny at the top, but look at the bottom. Look how wide it goes from there over to the other side. So right in here, if I take my saw and I go down like this and then cut it in like that, I'll be able to do that. It's pretty rotten. Probably take an axe to it and do it too, but I hate going into rotted wood with my chainsaw because it has a tendency to dull the blade if there's dirt in there really fast. So, but I want to do it the easiest way, so I probably will use my chainsaw. But yeah, I'm going to set it up. I got the horses here, got the extension cord ready. It's supposed to rain a little bit later on today, but I wanted to get started on these, so I'll probably carry one over and cut it down, or have it set to cut down so I can show Tom how I'm going to do this there, and then I'll show him the first time ever with his saw. Probably saw my electric cord in half or something, you know. I've done it myself with a circular saw, so well, and you guys saw me do it with the rototiller and my electric rototiller. I went over the cord. So most important thing is safety. I just don't want him to cut himself. That's the most important thing. But I'm sure he'll be safe. I'll be interested in seeing this. So, and then what we're going to do, I already took the measurements for it and everything. Let me just show you a sketch that I kind of real fast did with the measurements. Like I said, it was going to be 40 inches and I changed it. But, let's see, I drew it out. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then right down here where there's slats that go across each one of these, I'll put a piece of outside plywood on it, and then I'll drill holes in it for drainage, and we'll have to paint them all, of course. Probably stain it the same color as the fence, and I think they're gonna look really nice when we get them all done. I know my wife is gonna be shocked when she sees this, because I mean, especially when I tell her that, you know, this was all Tom's idea, it wasn't even mine, you know. So stay tuned. I will turn the camera back on when Tom makes his appearance out here. It better be soon. About time.
I had to use the bathroom. Calm down.
All right, I already got 2 sections cut.
I see that.
Okay, we got a little slight problem, and
What's
that is that none of these panels are the same size.
What do you mean?
Well, when I cut them down there, I wasn't thinking that anything was going to get made by them, because you didn't come up with that idea until after I took them all down. I just cut, like, I found a spot to cut it with my Sawzall and just went down like this. I didn't make sure that it was halfway.
Ah.
You know, so, you know, like that one was 51 inches, so they're roughly almost about 25.5 inches. Whereas this one here is only 47 3/4 inches. So, you know, you're talking about what? 23.5 and something, almost 23 3/4. So what I figure what we'll do with all these sections that we have, we'll cut them down this way, and then we'll split them exactly in half. And so they might be like 25.5 by 22 or 23 inches, like that. And we'll just have to, and I'll have to cut the stumps down according to whatever it is. But
yeah, it's not like we need the stumps.
As you can see, I got them, this one over here done. We'll have to do a little sanding on the edge and stuff like that, and on the bottom. But the bottom doesn't matter too much.
Right.
But it's about the perfect height, and then of course this will be our ledge for our wood that's going to sit on the inside.
Okay.
So I have to cut the stump down below, probably below this. Actually, it doesn't matter as long as it's below this top of this.
Right.
So I can cut the stump down. I think the other stump is probably fine, the height of it anyway.
Yeah, height wise, but it looks a little bit wider.
Okay, so what we have to do here, Tom, because we want to cut this right along this. Chickens are mad.
Chicken?
Yeah, mad because you're not over there saying hi to them. Your sisters are very moody. So anyway, what I did is I put a guide to run the saw down, because you can't really see in there, and I don't like drawing a line. When you draw a line, you tend to go off of the line. So what we're going to do is we'll put a line right here where we want to cut, right?
Okay.
And then we're going to take 1 1/4 inches and go this way, and that's the way we can put our guide there, because it's 1 1/4 inches from the blade to the edge of this.
Ah.
So we can run this right along a piece of wood.
All right.
All right, so I'll do the same thing over on this side. Put a mark right there, and then do 1 1/4 inches. And then we'll take that piece of wood that's over here that you're about ready to trip over.
That was fine.
And we will put this on the 1 1/4 inches line that we just did, right?
Right.
Which is there and right there. And I have these clamps
To hold it still.
Yeah, to hold it still. Gotta make sure that it's on the line though, you know. Ah, son of a mother.
You need me to hold something?
No, I need it to stay. There it is right there. So, that'll hold that. And then I'll do the same thing over on this side. Which you can see it's already on the line. All I gotta do is clamp it down. Right? Easy. Here comes the fun part. I'll start it and then I'll let you take over.
Great.
Okay, now, one of the things you always want to make sure is that, you know, you're not going to run over your horse that's underneath it, right?
Right.
So, the thing you got to make sure that you worry about this is don't cut the cord.
That makes sense.
Like somebody else did at one point.
I was about to say.
That would be me. So you always, you know, throw it behind you, right? And then you just, oh crap, I got a nail right there. I'm gonna actually I got quite, oh no, that nail's okay. I'm cutting here. See how fast I forgot where I was cutting? Right?
You thought you were cutting at the quarter,
yeah,
quarter mark, weren't you?
So anyway, so when you started out, you have a guide right here.
Okay.
You know, this thing right here, see it?
Okay.
You don't have to worry about that. That's going to automatically go back with the wood, right?
All right.
But you just want to make sure that you're putting this metal right here up against this wood.
Right, because that's what's going to follow it.
Yeah, you're going to do the best you can. This is going to get loud, so just bear with me for a minute. Yep. I'm going to go down to about here, and then I'm going to cut this way so that this can drop off before too much weight's down there, and I'll let you do the rest, okay?
Sure.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that. That piece of wood went right on my toe. Anyway,
so it did.
Obviously I don't have to worry about going the other way on these because there's no board holding them together down here. The other one had a board holding them together, that's why I had to cut it this way.
That makes sense.
All right, so I'm going to do one more and then I'll let you take over. Okay. One of the most important things, Tom, is that you don't, you know, keep your fingers away from that blade because it will take your finger right off.
Oh yeah.
Just make, and what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you're going to have to start it like this though.
Okay.
You're going to have to hold that up like that, and once it gets like that, you can let it go.
Okay.
All right, and then just push the trigger right here, right? Do not ever put your hands underneath. Mm-hmm. Keep them like this, and you want to just be pressing, making sure that make sure that guide is against that wood.
All right.
Okay. You ready to try it?
Ready to try it.
All right. I'm gonna leave it right here for right now. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to take this off. All right, and then each piece will fall down. Don't hit your toe.
I will do my best.
Yeah. Just make sure that that electric line is behind your back leg. Right? Yep. Okay. So put this all down. Just don't hit the trigger yet. Yeah. Hold that all the way forward and push it up against that wood. Yeah. There it is. Right? And the blade, well, the blade's got to be in that groove where I already started cutting, right?
Right.
You're a little off right now. Why are you off? The back end of it.
Not sure.
Here, let me see. Hold this for a second.
Okay, because I wasn't in the groove.
Okay.
Now I'm in the groove.
Okay. It doesn't look like it's okay. Make sure you're going towards that wood though, right? Towards this wood. That thing, right? All right. So go ahead and pull the trigger and start going forward. Because you're going off. Let me get it back to where I need to get it.
All right.
See how you got to go up against this? See how it's against the wood right there, right? I'm gonna stop it right there so you can jump on it there.
All right.
Just make sure you're using that guide. Okay, keep your fingers up on the top, right? There you go. Okay, there you go. That's it. Good job. Congratulations. First board you ever cut with a power tool.
What?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, you know, technically you probably should wear ear stuff, right?
I really should, because I know that I have sensitive hearing and that kind of hurt a little bit.
Huh?
Exactly.
No, Tom did a good job, and that's what, one of the most important things with woodworking like that is, right, just don't rush.
Yeah.
Slow and steady with anything. It's just like if you're, like I learned when I first learned how to drive a boat and stuff in the water, because it's so different than driving a car, right? You have no brakes. Mm-hmm. You only have reverse to get it into. But I learned slow and steady is way better than going fast. And I'm talking about when you're pulling into a dock or something like that. Something like this with a power tool, it's better to go slow and steady. You're not in a rush, right? I mean, Mother's Day is not until, what, the end of May?
Mid-May.
Okay, so taking these clamps off, there's just a little thing right there, and that loosens them up.
Yeah, that's simple enough.
Okay, so, as you can see, good job on that. Put that there. Okay. The other thing is we have glasses, and they're kind of safety glasses to begin with, but glasses that have something on the side are better, so you don't get this in. I got to trim this down and that down still.
Yeah, because
and then after that we will get to the point where we're going to split this in half.
All right.
So I wanted to show Tom how to trim these little nubs off. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this like this, and I'm going to use this wood here on the top here as a guide.
Okay.
Right? And I'm just going to... like that. That's all I got to do. And the same thing I got to do down here now. This is a little bit more tricky because it
doesn't have anything else to brace on.
Yeah. So I got to kind of eye it up. There we go. There's that. Now I can figure out where the halfway is on this, and on this we're not going to use that big piece of wood. I have a leveler here that doesn't actually work because there's no water,
no fluid in it.
But it comes out good for drawing lines or using it for a straight line. So what I'm going to do now is figure out exactly where halfway is on this. Alright, so we got 47 3/4, right? So we want to go 23 1/2 and then half of 3/4, right? So,
right, which will wind up being 3/8.
So it's basically 23 7/8.
Sounds about right.
And what we can do is after we draw these lines right here, if I want to make sure that that is half, just go from there and go there, and yes it is. Okay, so now that's not the line we want to go on though, Tom. You know why? We got to go 1 1/4 inches. Right, so you just want to make sure that you're going 1 1/4 inches the same way from each line. Right, I'm going to do 1 1/4 inches on there and 1 1/4 inches right there. And I've got to go back and double check this to make sure I did put it at 1 1/4 inches and not 1/8.
Measure twice.
Yeah. Okay, so now this is going to go to these lines. Right? There we go. And like I said, this helps you make a straighter cut because you're making something that you want it to be decorative, right? You don't want Mom to see a crooked line, even though she probably wouldn't care because this is your first thing you ever made, right?
Yeah, I could still, you know, strive for
perfection.
I was gonna say that, but nothing's perfect.
Well, as perfect as you can be.
Yeah.
Okay, so clamp that on there and do the same thing on this side. Make sure you're on that line. Right there. There we go. Okay, so on this is a little bit trickier because you have to make sure that you're going to run the saw down here. And the problem is when you cut this, when you get to this towards the end, both of these pieces want to fall. Mm-hmm. So it's easier with somebody else. So this part we're going to have to put the camera down to cut because you're going to have to hold these.
Gotcha.
Now, if I had it clamped to the horses, it'd be a little bit different, but I don't. So we'll put that down and we'll put it back on once it's cut in half. You wanna try this, or you want me to cut this? This is a little bit more tricky than the other one. because we want this straight. We don't want this crooked.
Right. I mean, this isn't the last one, so
we got at least 2 more to do.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So like, I'll watch this one and then I'll try like the next one.
But after this one, we can actually put one of these together. We can put this together.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we'll have all 4 sides.
Oh, that's true, isn't it? Yeah.
And that's what I kind of wanted to show them what it's going to look like after one's done.
Yeah.
So I'll cut it just because I don't think you're confident enough on that. We'll let you do the other cuts because they're the easier ones.
Yeah.
So you feel comfortable with the saw, then you can do it. But
right.
You are going to have to put down the camera and help me hold the, unless you want to just set it up on there. I don't know if it can see, if it's set on the post.
If it's set on the post, it should be able to.
Yeah, watch the rocks.
I see the rocks.
Don't drop the camera.
I'm not dropping the camera. I mean, yeah, this has a pretty good shot. I mean, you're gonna kind of be.
Yeah, I'm just be going like this.
Yeah, this is.
Or we can turn it off and then turn it back on.
No, it works.
All right. All right, it's gonna get loud here for a minute, guys.
All right.
And what you're gonna do? You're gonna be over there.
I'm just holding this side.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. And that was probably not very straight, but
it looks good enough.
Yeah, okay. So now we got them, huh? We got them all done now. Take these off. That'll take a lot of weight off of this. Take these off, take this off, and you can stand that one up. And then you go get the camera. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put this, and we're going to put this like this. And now here's the problem, right? See, if you go like this, right, there's a big opening there.
Yep.
But if you go like this, there's a big opening there, right? So what we're going to have to do is notch these out.
Yeah.
The width of this, so that we can put it right there in the corner, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then yeah, and that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to have to turn the camera off because I'm going to have to get a different tool for this. I'm keeping an eye on the sky because there's a chance of showers, guys.
Yeah.
Just like every other day. Okay, so let me go get my other saw for this because we only want to cut this. We don't want to cut the outside one. We only want to cut the inside one.
Right.
Shouldn't be too hard. But let me go get my other tool.
Go for it.
Okay, so I drew a line each place where we got to cut these off. Now I could use my circular saw, but then I have to adjust the blade not to be as deep, which I could do. It's not that hard. So I could just right here make the blade so that it doesn't go into this, or I have this other saw which is kind of cool. So I'm going to show you how this thing works, and if it takes too long then I'll just not use this one and go to my circular saw. But it just vibrates like that. I think a nail's holding it in now. Yeah, there's a nail holding it in. But
of course.
Basically, I gotta get a hammer to get that off. Or a pry bar. But that's basically, I could use that, or I could use, like I said, the circular saw would be a lot faster to go through there. It's your preference. I kind of like this little tool, so I'll continue to use this on all four of these.
Neat.
Huh?
It's pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. And then I'll pry them all off. So let me get finished on this job. Okay, so Tom's going to learn how to use this saw now.
Yep.
All right, Tom, let's see how straight you can cut it.
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. Good. There you go. You got it. I don't think you can hear me. I don't think you can hear me. Oh, that's good, Tom.
I can hear you.
Oh, you could?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, once you, all you had to do is go like that, you can tell you're through.
Yeah.
Right? Here you go. Now I can get the last one, and then I'll go get a pry bar and get this up.
Yep.
I probably should have brought a hammer out too, you know?
That might have helped. Oh, well.
Okay, so that's all we have to do right now. Put them over there, as long as you don't have no nails sticking out. And I think we're trying to beat this rain, guys, because I think it's going to start showering pretty soon. So we're going to show you how we're going to put just this section to another one, and then and that'll be good enough. They'll get the idea, right? Yeah,
because then we're just going to be doing that another 2 or 3 times,
right.
And then ta-da, we'll have ourselves a square.
Right. Now you could use these nails to put them back together, but we're putting screws in it, so
yeah.
So it'll be a little stronger. So I'm gonna turn this over real quick and take these nails out.
Don't need future tetanus.
No. Uh-oh. You had to say something, didn't you?
Well,
you had to say something. That's not it. Huh.
Oh, what'd you go and yank it out like that for? You should be more careful.
Well, there it is. I found it the same time you did. All right, so. Put them in my pocket so that
we don't lose them.
Go in the wash machine.
Oh.
All right, so
we
have that, and that's going to go to one of the bigger sections, which is this one of the bigger ones?
I thought that was one of the smaller ones. Because that one is the same size as that one. Both of them
did it to the bigger one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is put this like this, right? So we can put it like that.
Prop it up.
And let's see how this works now. And this will go just like that.
Line it up right like that.
Just like that. And you know what? There's a little gap there.
Well, let's make sure that goes in the back corner.
No, there's a little gap, but it's not bad. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I think it'll be fine. Okay. So what we're going to do on this is Tom's going to put a screw in this.
Yep.
I'll put one in, and then you put the other one in. Okay.
Yeah.
So that it don't blow away here. Especially since we're on a time
crunch.
Right now. Okay, so where we took that nail out, Tom, is going to be
our guide for the screw, right?
Now we're going to go to the left of it. You know why? Because I think it's going to split.
All right, do you want me to, like, never mind, you got it.
There we go. And then Tom's going to do the bottom on this. So I'm going to actually turn this like this so he can do it. It'll be easier that way.
That makes sense.
Okay, so get yourself a screw.
Or rather, you'll get it.
Yeah, here.
Thank you.
Okay, here's the drill.
I
know, well, all right. Look, just make sure that you push this like this. And here's the old hole.
Yep.
Go right to here.
Okay.
I'm going to put a little mark there. All right?
All right.
All right, we're gonna switch here.
Yep.
I'll hold this for you.
Radio?
I don't know if I could get a good view of this though.
Okay.
Well, you could do that. Just push this in while you do it. Hold.
So,
Yeah, you can start it first because you're not going to go into the.
okay. And
Okay, don't go too fast on that because what you're going to wind up doing is
pushing it away.
yeah, or stripping it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too fast. Don't pull the trigger so hard.
I wasn't trying to. I just don't know exactly how sensitive this thing is.
All right, here, let me get it. Let me show you a trick, Tom.
All right.
You got to put something behind it. You got to put your shoulder into it. You know what I'm saying?
Shoulder into it. Got it.
That's all you got to do.
All
See
right.
how easy I made it look? The more you use it, the more used to it you'll get.
Well, I have to actually use it in order to get used to it.
Well, I know that, but I wanted to hurry up.
I get you.
Yeah, so what we're going to do now...
There's more to do anyway.
Yeah, so I want to give these guys an idea of what it's going to look like, right?
Yep.
Okay, so just come over here.
You can kind of tell just from the corner
This
like
will all
this.
be sanded and restained, right?
Yeah.
The whole thing's going to get restained.
Whole thing.
Then once we get this side and this side on here, I'll be cutting a piece of plywood that goes and sets right on top of this.
Yep.
So that way, my wife can either do one of two things. She can either put those things on top, of course not with the dead plants in it.
Well, yeah.
Or she could just fill
it with dirt.
Fill it with dirt in there. That's up to
Like the
her.
box we've got in front of the pool.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know that we'll be able to get this one done. We're going to try. If we do, we will get this on the camera for you. If we don't, then you'll just have to use your imagination and see them in the future.
I mean, you can kind of see how it is right from here.
Yeah, yeah. And I hope that these are the same height up here, because it doesn't look like it, does it?
Not quite, but that, yeah.
Hey, you know what? It could be just the ground too. I don't know.
No, I don't think it's just the ground. The bottoms are lined
I
up.
don't know. This is pretty close to that. If you look at it. Well,
Maybe it is the ground.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
We're not going to worry about it.
It's my first project.
Yeah, it's Tom's first project, and we'll remind your mother of that too.
Yeah.
So let us finish it. If we get it done, you'll see it on the camera. If not, if the video just ends now, of course, you won't. I won't do the outro right now because I think I might have enough time to get that other piece cut, the little chunks out of it, and then Tom can put it together real quick. And we'll turn the camera back on if that happens, because we're going to get all these tools away.
Yeah. So skies are going to open up like any second now. We're trying to wrap this up as quick as possible, and Dad just realized that the screws he got aren't long enough. You'd think you'd check that before we'd actually start. Right, Dad?
Yeah.
Now you'd check to see if the screws are long enough before we actually start?
Yeah, right? Hey, that's the fun thing that happens, you know, sometimes. We're human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these will work. The only thing is I got to change the bit for the drill. Well, it's not a bit, but the head of it, because we need this one.
Why would it not be considered a drill bit? Out of curiosity.
Well, because the drill bit is usually for drilling holes.
Fair enough.
All right, so I got some 3-inchers now.
Those should work, I hope.
All right, so now the thing is, I'm going to get this even on the inside.
Yep, it's important.
Okay, that is definitely in, guys.
Yep.
That rain was nice. It spit on us like what, 5 drops?
Something like that.
And then said, oh, we'll stop now.
We'll let you finish out your thing. Before you do that,
What?
this bottom corner isn't lined up.
I don't have the screws in down there.
No, I know, but I didn't know if like
No, I want
screwing
to-
the top would mess with that.
I want to get these top ones in first.
Okay.
I need this pushed over. Yeah. The whole thing's kind of cocky wampus right now.
A little bit.
There we go. Okay, right there. There we go. All right. Oh, you know what? I should have took those other screws out, huh? Because they don't belong there.
Yeah.
Well, I can put this one in though.
I mean, it's not like you can't take them out later, right?
Well, I could take, yeah, I could take them. Well, I got to re-screw that side in because it's not the right spot.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
All right, I'll take them out, and then I can let Tom start doing stuff.
Yep.
Okay, let me take this one out down here. Ah, son of a mama. I can't get no pressure on that down there. Oops, I got it the wrong way. Gotta make sure you have it going the right way, you know what I'm saying?
Also smart. And again, this is why you don't rush things. We're only rushing just because the weather might turn bad.
Yeah.
Any second.
All right, let's see if I can get some pressure on this down here.
You want me to stand on the other side and press towards you?
No.
I see the answer is very much no.
All right. So we got that.
Yep.
Once I get the top ones in, then we'll have you do the...
Yeah, we'll flip it over like we did last time.
Yeah, but this time we'll have it all at the right height. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
No regrets. Okay. So we're gonna go right back in the same hole, I think, because
it's already there.
Yeah. But we're gonna put it where it's supposed to be. There we go. All right, so now all the top is together. It's just the bottom has to be screwed in together. So we will
tip it on over.
Like this.
Got ourselves a...
Matter of fact, Tom, you could even do it from up here.
Just screw
now
it
you
straight
can see
down.
the bottom is not exactly where it's supposed to be, but that's okay.
Yeah, we
are going to turn this upside.
The top being level is what's more important because that's what you're actually going to see.
Yeah, and that's where the wood's going to set inside there anyway.
Yeah.
And besides that, we're putting this in the ground, so we're going to fill it up with dirt all around it. So Tom is going to, we're going to switch here.
Again.
You're going to take that. I'll take this. And you're going to put screws in the bottom. You got to get them long ones now.
Yep. I don't think I need the woodworking gloves anymore. I'll put them here.
And yeah, and start with this one right here because there's already a hole in this one because that's where the other one came out.
Yeah.
And like I said, just make sure you can go in little spurts instead of going one long thing. And just make sure they're together. No, little spurts. And make sure it's like Tom. Yeah. Make sure the drill is level with going in.
Level with going in.
And yeah.
Right way.
You got to put your shoulder into it.
Keep forgetting that.
Just a little bit. All right, that's good. Yeah. All right, so now you got 3 more to go, Tom.
Yep.
And that's it.
And that'll be it for this one.
Okay.
Well, mostly.
Well, let's close it out. Did you give me my water?
I took it over there.
Oh, I'll close it out then.
All right.
You guys all get the idea. You'll see the end finished product in the thumbnail, right?
Yep.
Well, until next time. Why did I have my hat the other way?
I don't know.
Until next time, guys, grab yourself something cold to drink, put your feet and relax. We'll meet you at the lounge. And remember, Tom brought up, he's the one that thought of this. If you have some scrap wood or something, think about what you could use it for. Instead of throwing it away or burning it, and I would never have burned it because it's pressure treated wood. It gives off, you can't burn it in the house, you have to burn it outside, and it gives off bad fumes. So, like I said, Tom came up with this idea. Got to give you credit, Tom. Good job.
Thank you.
Finally. And he's learning how to work with wood, guys. Until next time, grab yourself something. Oh, I already said that. We'll meet you at the lounge.